did you know that the Philippines is now the 14th most populous country in the world with over 116 million people? But here's the twist. While other Asian economies are slowing down, the Philippines is accelerating, projected to grow by 5.48% in 2025, making it one of Asia's fastest-growing economies. This rapid economic growth isn't a fluke. The Philippines has become a powerhouse that's drawing attention from all corners of the globe. With its young English-speaking population, growing infrastructure, and expanding industries, this nation is transforming itself into an economic giant in Southeast Asia. So how did the Philippines go from struggling with poverty to becoming an economic force to be reckoned with? Let's dive in and uncover what's driving its rise. The Philippines, once known for its economic struggles, is now an emerging economic powerhouse in Asia. With a population of over 116 million people, it ranks 14th globally in terms of population. But it's not just the size of its population that's grabbing attention, it's the rapid economic growth that's positioning the country as a key player in the region. In 2025, the Philippines is expected to experience a growth rate of 5.48%, outpacing many other Asian nations. The country's GDP is projected to reach around $507.67 billion in 2025, making it the 32nd largest economy in the world. What makes this even more impressive is how the Philippines has managed to rise despite facing political instability and natural disasters over the years. With consistent reforms, investments in infrastructure, and a rapidly growing middle class, the Philippines is proving to be more than just a consumer market. It's becoming a hub for global business. But how did the Philippines go from struggling to thriving? Let's break down the key factors that have helped propel this Southeast Asian nation into the economic spotlight. The story of the Philippines' transformation is one of resilience, strategic decisions, and untapped potential that's finally being realized.
The Philippines' rise as an economic powerhouse in Asia can be attributed to several key growth drivers. These factors have come together to fuel the country's impressive economic transformation, setting the stage for a bright future. Let's break down the main contributors. The Philippine government has made infrastructure development a top priority, and it's paying off. With initiatives like the Build, Build, Build program, massive investments have been directed towards improving the country's roads, bridges, airports, and public transport systems. In 2025, the government plans to continue this focus, which will enhance connectivity within the country and bolster the ease of doing business. Improved infrastructure not only makes it easier for businesses to operate, but it also attracts foreign investments, making the Philippines a more attractive destination for multinational companies. Efficient transportation and reliable utilities enable industries to scale up, create jobs, and stimulate further economic activity. The World Bank estimates that improving infrastructure could add 3 to 5% to the Philippines' GDP growth annually. The Philippines is the world leader in business process outsourcing, or BPO, a sector that has been a major contributor to its economic rise. The country's BPO industry provides services such as customer support, IT services, and financial management to companies worldwide. The Philippines is particularly attractive for BPO companies due to its large pool of young English-speaking workers, competitive wages, and strong cultural affinity with Western countries. In 2025, the BPO sector is expected to generate over $30 billion in revenues, accounting for a significant portion of the country's GDP. As multinational companies increasingly turn to the Philippines for outsourcing, the sector continues to expand, creating millions of jobs and generating valuable foreign exchange. The Philippines boasts a rapidly growing middle class, which is fueling an increase in domestic consumption. The country's population, with a median age of just 26.1 years, is youthful and increasingly urbanized. As the middle class grows, so does the demand for goods and services, from retail and real estate to technology and healthcare. By 2025, consumer spending in the Philippines is expected to reach over $400 billion, driven by this expanding middle class. This rise in disposable income is not only boosting local businesses, but also attracting foreign companies that want to tap into the Philippine consumer market. Foreign direct investment has been a cornerstone of the Philippines' economic growth. In recent years, the country has become an increasingly attractive destination for foreign investors due to its strategic location, young workforce, and pro-business reforms. As the Philippines continues to open up its markets and improve its business climate, FDI has surged, making it a key factor in the country's rapid economic rise. In 2025, the Philippines is projected to attract over $12
$12 billion in foreign direct investments. This influx of capital is vital for the country's economic development, as it leads to the creation of jobs, the transfer of technology, and the improvement of local industries. FDI not only boosts key sectors like manufacturing, retail, and construction, but it also strengthens the country's global economic position. For instance, global tech giants such as Samsung and Intel have established manufacturing plants in the Philippines, capitalizing on the country's low labor costs and strong workforce. These investments are creating thousands of jobs, improving the country's export capabilities, and raising its global competitiveness. The Philippines has also worked to create a more attractive environment for foreign investors by streamlining regulations and easing restrictions on foreign ownership. The government's move to lower corporate income tax rates and introduce incentives for foreign investors has encouraged more companies to set up shop in the country. This is part of the country's broader strategy to integrate more deeply into the global economy. Furthermore, the Philippines' involvement in regional trade agreements, such as the ASEAN Economic Community, and its participation in the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership (RCEP) has enhanced its role in global supply chains. These agreements open up new markets for Philippine products and services, increasing the flow of goods, investments, and people between the Philippines and the rest of the world.
Despite the Philippines' remarkable growth, the country faces several challenges that could impact its continued success. While it's emerging as a powerhouse, it's essential to recognize the risks that still lie ahead. One of the most pressing challenges for the Philippines is its vulnerability to natural disasters. The country is located in the Pacific Ring of Fire, making it prone to earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and frequent typhoons. These natural disasters can disrupt economic activities, damage infrastructure, and cause loss of life, which can hinder growth. In fact, the Philippines faces an average of 20 typhoons per year, which significantly impacts agriculture, housing, and public infrastructure. While significant improvements are being made in infrastructure, there are still notable gaps, particularly in rural areas. Many provinces in remote regions still lack reliable roads, electricity, and healthcare, which limits economic growth in these areas. Closing these gaps is critical to ensuring that the benefits of the country's economic boom reach everyone, not just urban centers. Political instability and corruption remain significant barriers to sustained growth. While reforms have been made, a lack of transparency and inconsistent policy implementation can discourage foreign investments and hinder long-term planning for businesses. These challenges must be addressed for the Philippines to realize its full economic potential.
The Philippines' economic journey is one of resilience, transformation, and untapped potential. With continued investment in infrastructure, education, and technology, the country is poised to become an even stronger force in Asia's economic landscape. However, for this growth to be sustainable, the government's focus on inclusive development and poverty reduction is crucial. So, what do you think? Can the Philippines continue its rise and become one of the top economies in Asia? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content on global economic trends. Let's keep the conversation going, and together, let's explore the future of the global economy.